Attempt to upload our data collector into our project. So one of the first things we want to do is I want to make sure I have this file, save job as, it's on my H drive, and I'm going to call it nope, can't do that. I'll call this my project DPK. Okay, then I want to go to File, New Job. So I want a blank file open on Site Survey. Next, it is usually the center computer of a cubicle of 3 that has this black wire attached to it. And this plugs into the data collector exactly where the cable hooked up that you hook the instrument to the data collector. But this one is hooked up to the computer. So the first thing you're going to do is open up Survey Pro. And hopefully your file name here is different than your project name. That's important. And so I'm going to open Doug. And then I go to, I think, File Transfer. And I click on Transfer. You should get this window. Connecting to Windows PC. COM1, 9600 baud rate, no parity, none. And then you have a send file, but don't send it. Well, I guess we can say send now. And then you'll get this screen, and this says, it lists all the jobs that are on there. So what I'll have to do is highlight that one. And next, we want to go back to our computer. And we're going to close down or zip down Site Survey. You go to Start, Programs, BCM Apps, TDS Survey Works, Foresight, DXM. And then hit the launch icon and close the tip of the day, we don't care. And then go to Transfer Files right here under Tools. And again, you should see the same window that we saw before on the data collector. Only it's connecting to a CE Ranger Recon. Transfer files using, make sure it's on current manual, COM1 9600 baud rate, parity none, Survey Pro CE 3.5 or later, and say OK. Now then, we need to receive the data. So I'm going to click on Receive, and it'll have an OK. Don't click on OK yet. So then, over on the data collector, I have the job that I want to transfer highlighted, and I say OK. And now it says please wait, and then I go back to the computer, and I say OK. And I get a receiving file. And so yours will be probably a little larger than this little dinky file. But now I have transferred it. And on the data collector, I hope it did it.
Switch screens.
It should say successful. Oh, transfer was successful. Okay. Close. And you can do an exit, and we are finished. Now you can unplug the cable, and we are finished with the data collector. So hopefully, everything is now into Survey Pro. Now if I scroll down, There's Doug.job, that's my file. So I'm going to close this. And now we need to convert the file to an ASCII file. So directly below transfer files is file conversion. I'm going to put this in a file path of H:. File name is going to be Doug.job. Click on ASCII, the big ASCII tile. Scroll down and highlight the one I want. And then down toward the bottom left it says convert selected files. We want plane coordinates, north, east, elevation, description, comma in the custom box. Say OK. And it says conversion succeeded. So now we can close this. And I probably can't find that, so I'm going to close site survey. Since I just added a file to the H drive, site survey will not find it because the system is not updated. But if I open site survey again, hopefully, I can go import coordinates. Go to my H. Look for Doug.job. Say OK. Say no. And my system crashed. Bad news. So it's not going to work on this computer. The result of that is I need to go to another computer and try it someplace else. So might as well log off of there. Try another computer. We don't know why that happens. Should that occur, simply go to any computer. It doesn't have to be the one that has the cord. For some reason, the instructor station crashes frequently, and I don't know why. It's only worked for me probably 20% of the time. Then I go to a different computer and it'll work. So maybe it'll make a liar out of me again. So we'll try this one more time. Import coordinates. H. Doug.job. OK. No. And this is good news. This is what we want to see instead of floating point. It says ASCII custom format. So we say yes or OK. And now we need to make some adjustments to this. Now, this is like a comma separated Excel file. So we take the word north, click on it, and you can move that to the first comma between the point number and the northing. There's a comma right there. East goes over the second comma. Elevation goes over the third. Description goes over CP11, the comma in front of that one. Fields are divided by, put a comma in the little box. Click on comma space delimited or delimited. Say OK. And there's our database. You can see mine's quite extensive. Yours should be a lot larger. Then we're going to accept that. Now, I need to save this. Again to my H. I'll leave it as Doug.zak. And then I'm going to open my project file.
Okay, stop.